All right, guys, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll go raised hands today. Questions for Glock after that.
Well, the start obviously was tough. I didn't anticipate that. We were hesitant. We turned the ball over. I think we had 4 turnovers in the first 4 minutes. Didn't get shots, and we're just hesitant. Actually got a couple of shots in there, just didn't make them. And then I was proud of the guys that fight back. I think we took a 3-point lead in the second half. Came back and started playing, our style of ball and better. And that team is really good. I'm not saying anything breaking news. They just kind of been in different situations. They had an answer. We had some things we couldn't overcome in that stretch, and maybe it was a poor start or whatever else. Can't quite put my finger on it, but I like the fact that's as good a team there is in the country, and we kind of see where the bar is and what we got to get to, what we got to catch up to. They're really good, and we can play much better, but give them credit. I thought they had responses to everything we did out there.
Questions for Devin McGlockton? All right.
Yeah, how tough was it going up against Auburn's bigs?
Yeah, they had some good bigs, but I feel like me and JC, I feel like we did a good job on them. I mean, I feel like my person, I thought we were the best bigs out there tonight. We did a good job crashing the glass and finishing around the rim, so that's how I felt.
Aiden?
What do you think happened in that second half? Janai Broom only had 2 points in the first half and then exploded for 15 in the second. What was different going in there?
I feel like most of them were late buckets, but I feel like overall we did a good job on him. I don't think he shot the best percentage, and I felt like that was a good. We did a good job game planning him, and yeah.
Joe?
You guys shot 3 for 17 from 3. That's uncharacteristic for you guys. Was it the looks you were getting? Was it open ones not falling? Kind of how'd you assess that?
I feel it's just open ones not falling. I mean, we got shots we wanted. I don't think we took any crazy 3-pointers, but we can't win when we shoot like that, and we just gotta improve for next game.
Anything else for Devin? All right, thanks, Devin.
You said earlier this week you had a hard time finding a weakness with that Auburn team. Did that kind of get confirmed for you tonight a little bit?
Yeah, I mean they don't have any weaknesses. They can play different style of basketball. They really execute. Their offense is good, and I thought their defense was really impressive today. We struggled early getting a rhythm, couldn't find looks, and then we were able to find some, but it just wasn't long lasting. And with them, the mistakes compound. We miss a layup and then it compounds. We miss open 3, and not to say we got to play perfect, but we can play better. We should have played better. We just weren't as good as I think we have been or can be.
Do you feel like if you guys would have started a little bit better, the game could have been I know you guys got it back and you took the lead in the second half, but without that slow start, do you think it could have been a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I just don't know if that contributed to us in the second half. We looked gassed in the second half, and there was momentum. Those guys making plays. They pound the ball inside those last probably 10 minutes, and they executed. They got the shot they wanted. They finished around the rim, and then we just had a long stretch there, and maybe it was fatigue. They're deep. They got big bodies, but. Can't quite put the finger on that. I'm not sure why the second half got away from us. We just, we weren't ourselves the first 4 or 5 minutes. And we weren't ourselves like the last 4 or 5 minutes. And in between, we weren't that bad. We're pretty good.
Gentry?
Hey, Mark, I know you knew coming into the season the SEC was going to be really, really difficult. But now that you're going through it, playing them tonight, Tennessee this weekend, and Knoxville, I mean, what's this like for your guys at this point with the grind you're going through?
Yeah, I mean, you really can't look anything except the one game in front of you. And I know it's coach speak, and I hate to do cliches up here, but if you look too far down the road, I mean, you are going to get anxious and nervous and say, like what could happen. I like challenges. This is a tough one. We're playing Florida at Florida, and then we're winning the second half. We're playing this and winning the second half. We're not that far away, and there's some things that we need to fix, and we don't have as much room for error as a team like Auburn or maybe these other teams, but we can play with them. And we got to just looking at everything in front of us. We just got to try to find ways to get better, ways to improve. So if we're in these situations again, we can get one of these wins.
George and Jill.
Mark, is that the best anybody has D'd up on y'all?
I'll just speak for tonight because I can't really think. I'm a little beaten up a little bit. They were really good. I'll tell you what helps them out is their bigs are versatile. The kid 44 is, I know he don't score a lot of points. He's a lot out there, and he's he's physical. He's everywhere. He's a great defensive presence, and I think their bigs do a good job sometimes of bailing them out because of their versatility, and so they're able to pressure. And they got into us, and we needed to be stronger with the ball. We needed to go towards the rim and make decisions, and we just didn't. So that I can't think of anybody better than them right now. That's a pretty damn good defensive team and offensive team.
Second half, Coach, looked like at times you went to a smaller lineup. Was that because you did see some fatigue that second half, or you're trying to speed things up, make up some ground there?
Yeah, I mean, we were just trying to find something that worked. We were in a situation where, the kid number 31, we couldn't stop him. I think he scored 7 straight points. And so we had to try to go to a big lineup that was hurting us on offense. And we just couldn't find quite the answer. I'll go back on film and maybe I see something that we should have done. We were just out of character. We couldn't get in a rhythm, and most of the credit belongs to them. And they took us out, and I just thought they had a great answer. To us taking the lead, they had a great crowd in there. Their crowd was jumping up, supporting them on the comeback, and I just think the momentum got to them, and we couldn't stop it.
Joey.
Chaney Johnson went on a 9-0 run by himself.
Was it 9? I thought it was 7. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But was there a bad matchup there? Was it just him being hot? What was it?
Well, he does a really good job of, he's heavy right hand, and we know it, but he still can get to his right. And then also, he played back to the basket, drove by us. The matchup, wasn't great for us. And we don't have great matchups for some of the guys on their team. And we're trying to scheme, we're trying to figure it out, we're trying to hide some things or do some things, and sometimes it breaks. And he had a nice run there, but it wasn't like we didn't know he could play. We went into the game saying that, he could be an all-conference player in most of the leagues in this league, or most of the leagues in this country. And, he takes his role as being coming off the bench, but he's really good.
All right, next guy.